Hello boaters, welcome to Narrowboat Journeys. This is the second trip that I made on the 18th of February 2019. In the morning I came down the Napton flight, moored up at the bottom, did a few jobs, had some lunch, and then later afternoon I decided to move on a bit. So I've just left the visitor moorings at the bottom of the Napton flight and I'm heading northwards. And this trip is only going to be about 1.5 miles long, but it will take me off the South Oxford Canal and onto the Grand Union. So it's a bit of a historic moment. I haven't been this way for a couple of years. Coming up on the right is a winding hole. Here it is, this is where you can turn around. The weather forecast said this trip was going to be sunny late afternoon, which is why I waited mainly, but you can see a little bit of blue sky up ahead, and it did improve a bit, but it still remained a little bit drab. As you're boating along this stretch, if you look to your right, you can see the windmill on the top of Napton Hill. It's quite a good place to see it from. One problem with using printed canal guidebooks is that very often they'll be out of date. Things will close down or change, and just on the other side of this bridge to the left used to be an old pub called the Bridge. Apparently it was haunted. It turned out it's quite a popular little place, but it's closed down now. It's just a house, but in my guidebook it still says it's a pub. It used to get very busy here. On the right there's a winding hole. And also a lot of good places to moor up, but there's not an awful lot of point now because the pub is gone. Between bridges 110 and 109 there's some quite convenient visitor moorings. It's quite close to Napton, and also if you cross the bridge, the next bridge there, and go to the right, there's a garage which is very handy, and also there's a pub. And if you carry on further over the hill you can get to Napton itself. This is quite a popular mooring spot though, so you may have problems stopping here. Over this bridge to the right is the garage and the roadside pub, which will be very convenient, and on the other side of this bridge we've got Napton Narrowboats, where you can get all your usual supplies. You can't moor up here though, because it will cause an obstruction to all those moored boats. That bridge coming up on the left marks the end of the Oxford Canal, and we are now joining the Grand Union Canal. If you go under that bridge, it takes you towards Warwick and Leamington Spa. But if you carry straight on, you head on up to Braunston. This is now a wide beam canal, so coming along here you may encounter some larger boats. Strictly speaking, it's not the end of the Oxford Canal. When I get to Braunston, I'll be heading on up the North Oxford Canal. It's just got this bit of Grand Union in the middle. However, I'm not going to go much further today. This is close to where I was planning to moor up, but I can see some boats coming in the distance. Here's one boat towing another. And now I want to pull in here, but I can see that yet another boat is coming, so I can't really turn in yet because that's a bit too close to move in front of him. So I'm going to have to slow right down and let this guy go past. And here we are. This will do for the end of today's cruise. We're starting to lose the light a bit now anyway. And of course we have to let the cats out. Anyway, that's all for today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.